Hello, Olu again, Nuggets of Wisdom, coming at you again. I'm going to continue my series, No Else But Lessons. But my subtopic today is, brothers, you might be content, but you cannot be satisfied. Let's talk about it. Welcome back. Wired it, like, hit the notification bell, share for new content. Brothers, you can be content but not satisfied. So a few lessons I've learned. I've been growing up in my career, what I do in IT, life as it is, that you can be content, but you cannot be satisfied. The place of arrival is the place of a death of a vision, a relationship, or a business. I say that again. The day you believe you arrived is the death of a vision, a death of a relationship, or a death of a business. Let's unpack this a little. What is the difference between being satisfied and being content? Let me put some language to this. Happy and finished. Let's start with certification. You are taking action, you've gotten your results, you accomplished your goals, you are ready to rest on your laurels. That is being satisfied. Contentment. Happy but still laboring. You started, you are improving, but you haven't arrived yet. We have, I guess this is, you may think, yeah, this is just, oh, I already know that. It's not a big deal. But what I want to do on this channel is to look at every facets of our lives as brothers. Everything that will make us fall short of where we need to be. And that can be anything. But in the area of we resting on our laurels is where I really have a problem with. You may slow down. You may need to take a rest. You may need to take a break. I do that too. But you cannot rest on your laurels. You cannot just sit back and kick back and say nothing's going to happen. Even if you have, just look at those guys who made billions of dollars. They can sit down. The interest in nothing is for them to just be on vacation 7 days a week, chill out. They can go. They no longer need to go to work, but they still go to work. Because when you say, they asked somebody the other day, if I give you $10 million, what are you going to do with it? The answer for this person was, I'm going to go back to bed. And the guy answered and said, just because you said that, you cannot eat. That's actually a wrong answer. That tells me you are going to lose everything simply because your first line of action is to rest after you got that $1 million. Life can be tough, and I do understand. But you cannot be satisfied with mediocrity. You cannot be satisfied even with a good relationship. The day you think you're satisfied is the day you think you are right is the place of death or that relationship be eroded based on your lackadaisical, nonchalant attitude towards your mission. You cannot be satisfied with anything. There's always, nobody has done everything. If you say, okay, what's the problem? Well, I've done everything I need to do. And I double guarantee you, myself included, I have not done everything I do. I have not looked at, I have not read every book out there. I have not actually, just even my career alone, I've not read every book in my career. So this notion that you can be satisfied is not futile. It's giving you no return on investment. Being satisfied and and being content is two different things. The great thing of being content is that you know you don't have everything that you need, but you know at this moment I have some knowledge, but I need to grow. That is a healthy place to be. I have things to do, but I need to grow. One of the lessons I learned was to assume that because some area has been closed or something in my life has been settled, and get overly confident that I don't need to pull my weight in that area. I give you a good example. When I started my IT career, especially the one I am in right now, initially it was hard. As I started getting confident, I got a little, I can figure this out. I understand this. I was getting paid, so it was okay. But when I go to some projects, I found out that my depth about what I knew was not deep enough. I knew that when I compared to my peers, I knew some people knew a little bit more deep in, had more understanding, had better knowledge than myself. So I had to get to the point whereby I can't be satisfied. I was content because getting paid. I can talk the language of the game. I can talk about my profession, but I wasn't that person that I needed to be. So I had to go from being satisfied to being content. And being content simply means that I had to work more on myself. I took courses. I spent money. I call some of my colleagues, I actually tell them, you know what, Olu, I'm not good in this area. I need you to coach me on it. And they said, these guys are my colleagues. Some of them are colleagues, and sometimes you don't want to give your game to somebody else. You don't want to show people that, you're limited. So what did I do? I told you guys, I said, you know what? We were changing the software at work, and I was about to move into a new era, new job, but it's going to be new software, and I didn't know how to do it. I know it was a little bit smart. I could use it, but I needed to get to the job and hit the ground running. You know what I did to this guy? I said, you know what? I'm going to pay you. So I paid this guy about $50 an hour. And I took like 20 sessions. So somebody would say, why pay that kind of money? Guess what? The return on investment of me getting somebody else to train me on my own career gave me dividends back, probably made that money back in the first couple of, in a very short amount of time. So from that moment on, I learned that I can't be satisfied. I have to be content. I have to understand that there's more to be done. I have to turn every stone. Before I wrap up, I'm going to give you some benefit of being content. So being content does not mean you don't want to work hard. But it doesn't mean you want to grab the image also. It doesn't mean you're turning the next person down because they have more knowledge in you. I have peace where I am. I'm contented, but I need to know more. That's a healthy place to be. So the first benefit of being committed means that you have peace of mind. I have peace of mind that I need to know more, but I'm not stressed that I can't know more. That's where the issue starts. Number two, I have stronger relationships. I now build a relationship with that my friend. We're still friends to today. He's way younger than me. And I can say, oh yeah, he's a young guy, blah, blah, blah. And I don't even go there. If anybody knows me, there's no shame in my game. If I don't understand something, the guys I work with, they're 20 years, 19 years, 15 years, who does my production. They know more than me. And I'm cool with that. Because I have no ego to learn a new thing. None. So this has taught me so much that I cannot be I can't be content, but I can't be satisfied. Another thing that I like being content about, that I distinguish what I want and what I need. At the time, I distinguished that I needed to know more. I couldn't do it by myself. So guess what? I hired my colleague at work. I paid him because I needed to make sure that, bro, I need your time to teach me about this area of our job. Lesson learned. Yes, it felt like a loss when I didn't know all that I needed to know in my career. But it was a lesson that I can be content, but don't get it twisted. Never be satisfied of where I am. There's still more to do. And I believe so, brothers, you have more to do also. Do not be satisfied. Be content. God bless you. This is Olu. I am out.